So welcome back to the channel. In this one, I'm going to make this little gaming setup while I'm on holiday. And basically, I've not brought much with me, but I have brought this little screen. Now it's a 15.6 inch screen I picked up on AliExpress just about a week before I went on holiday. And it's okay. It was only about £35, pretty cheap. I have a battery bank here, which I've recommended on the channel before, and I have a cable, which I'm going to use my travel Big Fish travel adapter that I used, or I made a video on a while back when I went to Paris. So what I need to do with this monitor is I'm going to use the HDMI port rather than the pass-through of the USB-C, because I'm going to use a little dock. And the dock in question is this one. It's the Ivanki dock that I was sent for free actually quite recently, and I've been using this quite a lot. I have to say it's quite a nice dock. So yeah, it's got a charger, and it looks a bit like the sort of Steam Deck type dock, or the one from JSOX. It's very similar idea. So you plug power into the back of it, then it's got a power cable that comes at the top, and it'll pass through video. So yeah, I'm going to plug that in here. What else have I got? I've got a long cable here, which I'm going to use to power the dock, so that it then powers the monitor and powers up or charges up the device I'm going to plug in here. So let's just chuck that back there. I've not got a lot of space. So this is literally a gap between two wardrobes and a caravan in one of these little rooms that's got two beds in it, two single beds. So yeah, plug the HDMI in, and it's a little bit of a mess here, but it's going to work okay, I think. Another power cable here. This is the one that's going to go to the Big Fish power supply, which you can't see here just now, but it's just, there's only two sockets in this room. The low-down one I was using for a different job, so I'm using the one that's kind of halfway up the ceiling. We'll plug that in the back here as well. And that should hopefully be okay. Now, yeah, we've got a bit of a bunch of cables here. I do generally try to bring long cables with me when I go on holiday, just so that I, depending on where the socket might be, I've got plenty of room. Okay, so we'll push that back a bit. Up next we have, yep, you guessed it, the GPD Win4. I'm absolutely loving this handheld just now. So I brought this with me because it's got a nice big 2TB drive plus a 1TB micro SD. So we'll dock that here just now, and we'll plug that in at the top. And I have to say it's really good at passing through video to a separate screen. Now here I've got my really cheap travel mouse. This cost about £2 or £3 on AliExpress. It's got RGB, and the paint is so thin on it that when it lights up, the colour shines through every crevice of the device, a bit like the Datafrog SF2000. When you turn it on, you get backlight bleed from everywhere. Now I'm using the dongle in this time, but I normally use it on Bluetooth. And here we have the Bluetooth keyboard, which I might have shown on the channel some time ago. I bought this to use with a Raspberry Pi in it, and it works okay. So that's it. We've basically got a whole setup there. So we'll power it up, and let's just see how we go on. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm now back from a holiday, to be honest. I tested this when I was away. The kids played some games on it, played Donut County, you know, of all games to play. They picked one of the simplest ones, but they were happy playing away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this video with this setup, and I'll do a little bit of footage on how well I managed to edit with this, because I think this little GPD Win4 is actually quite a banging little device. It's got just enough power to game at, you know, reasonable medium to high settings with pretty fast FPS and not using too much power. So anyway, let's see how we get on with editing this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.